Overthinking is the silent killer of dreams. It convinces you that you're preparing, that you're being smart, that you're waiting for the right time. But in truth, you're standing still while life moves on without you. Every idea you've ever had, every goal you've imagined, every change you've wanted to make, all of them die slowly in the space between thought and action. You replay scenarios, doubt yourself, and talk yourself out of trying. You analyze until the moment passes and what's left is regret. The cruel truth is, clarity doesn't come before action, it comes after it. You don't figure things out by thinking more, you figure them out by doing. The people who change their lives aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who start before they're ready. They act while others hesitate. They learn by moving, failing, and adjusting. You'll never think your way into confidence because confidence is built through movement. You won't find perfect timing because it doesn't exist. Life rewards momentum, not hesitation. You're not lacking motivation. You're trapped in the cycle of overthinking, trying to find certainty in a world that will never give it to you. The moment you realize that action creates answers, not thoughts, everything changes. You don't need another plan. You need a beginning. The trap of endless thinking. Overthinking feels productive, but it's just mental paralysis disguised as logic. You think you're solving problems, but you're really avoiding action. You replay past mistakes, imagine every possible failure, and drown in what-ifs. The mind creates 1,000 invisible barriers, all of them imaginary. Every what-if you entertain strengthens your hesitation. But here's the truth. No amount of thinking will eliminate uncertainty. The only thing that breaks overthinking is motion. The moment you take a step, even a small one, the fog starts to clear. The brain quiets when the body moves. Stop analyzing life and start participating in it. Action creates clarity. You don't wait for clarity to act. You act to find clarity. Most people wait for the perfect plan, the perfect sign, the perfect time. But clarity is not something you get before the journey. It's something you gain through experience. Every action teaches you something. Every failure sharpens your direction. Every attempt eliminates a wrong path. The fastest way to figure out what works is to start doing what doesn't. When you move, feedback replaces fear. Suddenly decisions feel easier, progress feels real, and the noise in your head begins to fade. Action is the cure for confusion, always. The fear of imperfection, overthinking, is often perfectionism in disguise. You delay action because you're afraid it won't be good enough, that people will judge, that you'll fail. But perfection is just another word for procrastination. You can't improve what doesn't exist. The first version of anything will always be messy. That's the point. Every masterpiece began as something imperfect. Every expert started as a beginner. The faster you embrace imperfection, the faster you grow. Done is better than perfect, because done teaches you, while perfect delays you. Progress beats precision every single time. The power of small steps. When you think about your goals, your mind zooms out too far. You see the mountain instead of the first step, and it feels impossible. That's when overthinking strikes. You get lost in how big it looks. The secret is to make it small. Focus only on what you can do right now. One call, one page, one workout, one post. Small steps create momentum, and momentum destroys hesitation. Once you start moving, you stop asking, "Can I?" and start proving, "I can." Tiny, consistent actions turn into unstoppable progress. It's not the giant leap that changes your life. It's the daily steps no one sees. Embrace imperfect. Starts every action begins with a first awkward step. It's uncomfortable, uncertain, and filled with self-doubt. But that's where growth begins. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to begin. Start before you're ready. Speak before you feel confident. Build before it's perfect. Life rewards those who dare to move despite the fear. The first version of anything isn't supposed to impress. It's supposed to exist. You can't learn to swim by reading about water. You learn by diving in. Overthinking delays your growth. Imperfect action accelerates it. Failure is feedback. The biggest lie overthinking tells you is that failure is the end.
It's not, it's data.
Every mistake gives you insight you couldn't have gained otherwise. When you fail, you learn what doesn't work, and that knowledge becomes your advantage. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. The people you admire didn't avoid failure. They mastered it. They failed fast, learned faster, and adjusted continuously. Overthinkers wait for the safe route. But progress doesn't live in safety. It lives in motion, mistakes, and course correction. Failure is proof that you're trying, and that's the only proof that matters. The illusion of the right time. There will never be a perfect moment to start. You'll always feel like you need more time, more money, more experience. But waiting for the right time is just another form of fear. Conditions rarely improve, you do. The right time is the moment you decide to move. Action creates opportunity, not the other way around. Every person who built something great began with uncertainty. They started when it was messy, confusing, and unclear. The right time to begin will always be now. The longer you wait, the further away you drift from the life you want. Shift. From thinking to doing, overthinkers live in their minds. Achievers live in motion. The difference between them isn't intelligence, it's action. Train yourself to move quickly from thought to execution. When an idea appears, act within minutes. Write it down, send the message, start the draft, record the video. Don't let hesitation build momentum against you. The more time you spend analyzing, the weaker the impulse becomes. Speed is your secret weapon. Action creates energy while hesitation drains it. When you move first, you learn faster than everyone still thinking about moving. Build the identity of a doer. If you've spent years overthinking, it's become part of your identity. You see yourself as someone who plans but doesn't act. Change that story. Start identifying as someone who executes, someone who moves. Every time you take quick action, you reinforce that identity. You start to trust yourself. You stop doubting and start believing. Momentum creates confidence, and confidence fuels momentum. That's how you rebuild trust with yourself, through consistent, small acts of courage. When you become the kind of person who does what they say they'll do, the world starts taking you seriously. 10. The freedom of action. When you start taking action consistently, you realize how light life feels. The weight of overthinking vanishes. The noise in your head turns into movement. Every day becomes progress, not paralysis. You no longer wait for permission. You give it to yourself. You stop chasing certainty and start creating it.
Action liberates you from fear because you're no longer stuck in imagination. You're living in reality.
The future belongs to those who move. Every step you take brings clarity, confidence, and freedom. The only thing standing between you and everything you want is motion. So move. Overthinking is the cage.
Action is the key.
You've spent enough time planning, waiting, doubting, and preparing. Nothing changes until you move. The path ahead won't be clear. It will unfold only when you start walking. You'll stumble, fail, adjust, and grow. But each step will bring you closer to the life you keep imagining. Stop trying to think your way into progress.
Act your way into it.
There will always be fear, but fear fades in motion. The world doesn't reward thought, it rewards execution. So stop waiting.
Stop analyzing.
Stop hesitating. Start doing. And watch everything begin to change. And watch everything begin to change.